Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories for the week of August 6th, 2024, here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yes, we are back together once again for another week of News AF here with our News AF team, of course, back here in the United States. Mm-hmm. Here he is, Father Nature, pickleball's top influencer, Tyson Apostol.
Yep, back in the U.S., kids started school, had back to school night, did it all.
And, my kids went back to school today.
Oh, they did?
Oh,
yes.
Happy days have returned.
No wonder you have that pep in your step.
I have that glow.
I noticed.
That glow.
Yes.
Yeah, my kids
so
went back.
Excited.
My kids still like school. They're at the age where they still enjoy school. They look forward to it. But we cannot get them to bed early enough to get them out of bed.
What's bedtime?
Right now, 7:30.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's early.
You put them in bed at 7:30 and then you can't wake them up in the morning?
At 6:30, we can't get them out of bed, yeah.
What deal?
But they're asleep at like 8. They're asleep at like 8. So they're asleep at 8 usually, and then
the luckiest man alive.
I know,
You got
right?
these kids sleeping 11 hours?
That's crazy.
You got 11 hours off?
They probably took naps too.
And it still doesn't feel right trying to wake them up at 6:30. It was like, hey, you got kindergarten, sweetie. Well, she's in first grade now. First grade. And you're just like, oh man, shouldn't they just be sleeping? That's what their body
14 hours a day.
That's what their body apparently needs. So yeah, I guess when you do the math and the numbers, I'm not feeling as bad about waking them up, but still. Yeah. So, and then as the week goes on, they get progressively grumpier. Like on a Thursday and Friday, they're just like, no more. And I was like, this is preparing you for adulthood in an office job. Thursday, Friday come around.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Exist.
So anyways, they're in school. Rachel's at the school volunteering right now. And I'm just here, living life, recording a podcast, and on, the eve of Citizen Watch's Pro Masters 35th anniversary,
It's 35 years already?
Oh, wow.
Since the Pro Master,
wow, time flies.
Yeah, time does fly, so to speak.
Often.
Yeah.
What a celebration.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. All right. Here with us, I'm noticing is remarkably crisp.
It blurred the background.
How about this?
Closet.
Is this a new? Did you upgrade your broadband just to rub it in Tyson's face, Danny, or do you have a new lens?
I'm connected by tubes of light to the internet, not by those magical pixie dust rays that fall from the sky to Tyson's receiver
that travel through my brain and organs before getting to my my satellite dish.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tubes of light. That's what I'm using.
Fiber.
Is it so you have a faster internet connection?
No, my computer, I just noticed, can blur out the closet. I wish I could do this in real life so that whenever I looked at Liz's side of the closet, it's super blurred.
But then we don't know how many
puppy coats.
Yeah.
Well, that's the mystery. If I don't leave anything to mystery, people will know everything, and then it'll be boring. You're like, dude, is that 6 or 7 puppies?
Yeah.
Because if it's 6, I'm not interested. But 7, now you've tickled my curiosity.
Yeah. Okay. How's your week going, Danny?
Oh, it's only Tuesday, so today's garbage day. You can't forget that.
We had garbage day too.
Yeah, big day. Monday's mow the lawn day.
You mow the lawn every Monday?
Every week?
Every Monday. Yeah, I know. I live in a desert, and yet I have to mow every week. I was just thinking yesterday, it's time to move, step back on the water. But yesterday was not trim the lawn day. It was just mow, which was nice.
So you don't have to go around and trim it as well.
Right.
But
go ahead.
Your eyes never been captured by like 10 drought resistant low flying plants that can replace your grass.
Remember,
and then you slap some clovers in there.
So I have a system, and the system
Yeah.
goes like this. As my sprinkler lines break one by one,
Mhm.
instead of replacing them, I just tear out whatever it was they were watering and
Mhm.
replace it with something like mulch or gravel.
Yeah, something unwaterable.
Unwaterable. So I have reduced the amount of watered crap on my
Man.
lawn by probably like 30-40%.
The resale
Okay.
value on your home must be
Skyrocketing.
as-
Like, oh man, look at the savings that guy's got on
Mhm.
his water.
Look
So
at all
far,
this
my neighbors haven't
patchwork
complained.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Mhm.
mowing lady, midnight mower.
Yeah.
She mowed her lawn the other night at 11:15.
PM.
11:15 p.m. I still couldn't bring myself to call the cops, but
Yeah, 'cause that's an hour 15 past the noise ordinance, right?
Yeah.
no, 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
What's the light situation, Danny? She's just
She got
mowing.
stadium lighting. She turns on. It's like Field of Dreams.
With laser pointers and stuff.
Yeah, she has a laser pointer
If
on
you
her
build
lawnmower.
it, they will come.
So here's an interesting thing. I was
Uh-huh.
laying in bed and I was fuming because now I can't sleep. This
Yeah.
is going back a week or two. So just recently, she kicked up the mower again at like 10:45.
Mhm.
And I was like preparing myself. I said, okay, today's the day I become a man. I'm going to go down there and confront my neighbor about her lawn mowing problem. I think somebody else did because the lawnmower ran for about 15 minutes and then it went silent. And that was that.
But
So
then
I
she
thought-
fired it up again recently.
No.
Last night.
So she did the 11:15 run about 2 weeks ago. She did that
Okay.
about 4 days ago. So I think that somebody must have crossed the street, another neighbor, because we've all probably been sitting there laying in bed like somebody needs to talk to her, but nobody wanted to be the person because she's so nice.
Is she
Mhm.
And I think
single? Is she like a single?
she's
by herself?
widowed. It's even
She-
worse than single.
Oh, yeah.
She's widowed, so she gets a lot of sympathy.
Why
And
aren't you sending Beck over there to mow her lawn, dude?
During the daytime.
Beck mows lawns like spiders weave webs on acid. It's
Yeah,
like
a free lawn
so-
mow for
and
is-
she
that's
loves
Yeah.
loves her lawn. She
Oh.
meticulous. She gets all. She has a very good system for mowing
How
her
old is
lawn,
she?
so she would never accept Beck's help. She could be anywhere between like 55 and 100. I have no idea.
Okay. I mean, I had some more ruthless solutions, but I don't think
No,
we're
she
gonna go
doesn't
that
deserve
route.
those. My thought was if she did it again, I was gonna get my step ladder, go up to the fence where I can see her, flash a flashlight, right?
Mhm.
And then just be like, you can't do this. Like, I honestly don't know how to open up that conversation, but I need to start with something like, hey, it's great that you love your lawn so much. It looks fantastic, but
Yeah.
it's 11 o'clock. You really shouldn't be mowing your lawn. Not only does it wake everybody up, but it also makes you look like a crazy person.
And it's bad for the fibers because at 11 o'clock, that's when
They're sleeping.
they're sleeping. You're shocking
Yeah.
the grass.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
is in turn making it worse,
It's like
probably.
eating meat from a cow that you looked in the eyes as you executed it. It's like,
Is it the
it's
same?
Wow.
going to taste worse. Yeah. It's just not a smart
Uh,
thing to do.
Yeah. I think that I think you've let too much time go by. I don't think that you can now approach her. Like
I
all
have
of a
to.
sudden she's like,
But
she's
she was
like,
hitting the
you
curfew.
know we've been neighbors for
The 11
15
o'clock thing
years.
is new. Okay. So she was hitting the curfew. She was turning off her lawnmower at 10:30, which legally she can do. Only recently and that's only 2 times ago, did she start it up at 11:15.
Hmm.
So I think now is the time to confront her, or it's going to be 1 a.m, 2 a.m. Like, where will she stop? Eventually she'll find her way to 6 a.m,
Mhm.
7
And
in the
that'll be
morning.
good.
You're like, oh, she got back on track. It only took like a decade, but she got there. So
Okay.
there
All
you
right.
go.
All right, we got a bunch of different things to talk about. So, all right, so let me then ask Danny if after everything that he has gone through now, does he agree with this piece of research that says Utah, best state to live in?
I saw that. My dad sent me that immediately.
Yeah, Liz sent this to me after I had read it, and I said, "This is the worst thing ever." No, it sucks here. There's nothing here. Nature's ugly. People are rude. Litter on the streets. Religiousness everywhere. So probably should stay away. if you
My
think
thoughts
the
on it
environment-
are this.
Yes.
You could write that article about so many places in the world. And it's really just based, like, I was like, is it? Did I make a mistake leaving Utah? And then I was like, no, I hated the snow. I hated the dreary cold. I hated scraping my windshield. I hated getting in my car and freezing my fingertips on the steering wheel. Not for me. So now I'm like, it's all in the eye of the beholder. It's all
100%.
So this maybe statewide, there's those numbers because they were like, industry is booming. You have a better likelihood of getting a job, like all that stuff. Cool. Are you looking for that? So it's really what you're looking for and what you're after. And so, yeah, I don't disagree that it's great for the people who love all the things that Utah has to offer. But if you love other places that have different things to offer, then Utah's not for
By
you.
the way, instead of talking about the best places to live, we should talk about people who brave it out in the worst places to live.
What was
it's
the
easy
worst?
to live in a great place.
Yeah.
What about those people who are like sticking it out in North Dakota?
In New Mexico. No, what was the worst one?
Well,
yeah,
okay,
that's what I was trying to
California.
remember.
So this is according to the U.S. News and World Report. They've got Utah number 1. I'm not sure if it's on other lists, but they've got Utah number 1.
New Hampshire.
Okay. Let me see. Where is let me go all the way down to 50.
I think California was their worst listed one, but I could be wrong.
They're going off so many different factors.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 50 out of 50, they say Louisiana.
Yeah, let's talk about the people who are sticking it out in Louisiana.
I know people who choose to live in Louisiana and love it.
They deserve the attention, not those who have an easier time.
California is 37.
Like
yeah.
Arizona 32. Big downgrade.
Yeah. Whoa. Where are you at in North Carolina?
19.
Not bad.
Okay, top 20.
Yep.
Yeah. So I traded up.
So let me ask you this, Danny. Would you rather live on 1/8 of an acre in Utah for $1.4 million or 750,000 acres in the heart of Louisiana for half the price?
I mean,
no, hill country.
I need mountains, not even hills. I need mountains. That's what I've decided later in life, is that I can't live without them. Every time I go somewhere, there's no mountains. It's like, this place, I just can't. I need to get above it all.
Yeah. I like mountains, but I never have felt that passionately about them. You know,
they're just so fun. They provide
I live
so
by
much
mountains.
Entertainment. Yeah. So you've got something. If you can climb up and look down like a lord upon his land.
Yes.
With your hands at your waist.
Correct.
That's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, I can do all that. So
yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, I get that there's numbers involved here, like cost of living against how much money people make, against what the employment rate is. All of that
education.
Well, they don't bring up teenage e-bike games. E-bike gangs.
Yeah,
I mean,
those are there e-bike gangs, Danny?
Roaming the streets.
What do they do?
They crash into each other and break their arms.
Yeah, it's a lot of like what's the word? The Three Stooges stuff going on.
It's a lot of slapstick comedy.
Comedy, yeah. Most of it taking place in front of my house.
Okay. So. Is Beck gonna listen to these later in life and be like,
no?
You should be so lucky that he's so interested in what you have to say.
Right? He doesn't care. Everything I do is lame. I showed him a band the other day. I'm like, dude, look at this band. He's like, yeah, they've got one good song. It's like, nothing I could do. Nothing I could do.
What band?
I thought he would like it. They're called Crooked Colors. And I'm like, oh, this kind of actually sounds like a band he would like. So I went up and I'm like, oh, here we go. A moment. Father-son moment. Look, son, what I found. He's like, oh, one of their songs is good. It's like, oh.
Okay. Are you reaching for father-son moments now? Is that where you're at in your life?
Well, Liz told me I don't have enough. Like, you're not doing enough. You need moments, like Hallmark moments. I'm like, look, I'm doing better than most. The bar's pretty low here. So I'm clearing that bar, the societal bar.
Okay.
To me, that's doing my job.
Okay.
Plus, I live in Utah. The state will raise him, apparently.
Yeah, that's true. You already placed them in the best place to live.
Yeah, I put that job number 1, put him in a place where he can flourish. And apparently that's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing great, Danny.
Yeah,
thank you.
Great.
All right. So, some big weather stories going on right now. Hurricane Debbie has made landfall and is expected to create a lot of havoc here in the southeast. But Hurricane Debbie has created some major problems for the cocaine industry of Florida.
Oh dear.
Mhm. That's going to take a hit.
dear.
And if I know the cocaine industry like I do, everything is teetering on the economy of
yeah.
the cocaine
Mhm.
industry.
And they never talk
Yes.
about that part. Of
They
the
never
story.
do.
Like,
Yeah.
what about all those stockbrokers who aren't getting enough cocaine? Is there a direct
Well,
correlation
it was a doubly
between?
bad week for them,
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Is that
but-
related to the lack of
Yeah.
cocaine?
The egg
Yeah.
and the chicken.
Mhm. Yeah.
Very much.
All right. Well, that Debbie is a Category 1 hurricane. I think it might
Category
be
1
down
isn't
to-
even that hard.
Mhm.
Oh,
no, it's
easy
the
to say
lowest.
when you're safe in Arizona.
I've been
I
in
think it's
category
tropical
4s.
storm now.
I've been in category 4s, no problem. Just standing out there in the middle of the road with sheet metal flopping around in the sky, not a care in the world.
Mhm.
Wow.
Is that for real? You're
That's
out
for
in a
real.
Category
That's a true
4
story.
Yes.
hurricane
Yes.
Where?
without a care?
In the Philippines, goofing around because
yeah.
God was protecting us as
Well,
Mormon
it sounds like you
missionaries.
did. Thank you for that testimony, Tyson.
Yeah, there were
were-
legit sheets of sheet metal. Just
Yeah, that's what I was picturing from the rooftops.
Chinese starring around, easily cut you in half, easily. And we were just out there leaning into it, giggling.
Yeah, using matrix powers to push them out of
Yes.
the way.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
We were
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. Very cool. So
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
So this Category 1 storm has
Gentle
washed
Giant.
$1 million worth of cocaine ashore. Now, God knows how much of this cocaine has been eaten by the sharks.
Okay, so now it's all ashore.
Mm-hmm.
White
Yeah.
Sand Beach, baby.
So they found 70 pounds of cocaine, which was alerted to the authorities by a good Samaritan who found it on the beach.
Okay. And they were got reports that it was 100 pounds. Are you?
Mhm.
Yeah. No,
No.
just 70. It was only 70.
He looked at it. He's like, reselling this is going to be a pain. Might as well
Yeah.
just call. Do you get to keep like a percentage of that if you report
No.
it?
No.
I think they give you a bump.
They give you a bump. They all
They
take
give
the
you a
bump,
brick.
and then they put it in the evidence locker.
Yeah. If you have a key, they'll give you just like a little taste. But
That's
then,
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to
The
test
rest.
it and be like, we sure it's cocaine? Who's going to test it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They give it to a shark.
So, Danny, what would you do? Would you try and resell it?
Just bring a bunch. Liz, look what I found on the beach. Don't worry. I know a guy who can sell it. I call up Tyson. I'm like, Tyson, you've been to Hollywood. Do you know anyone I can sell this to?
Actually, I could probably find somebody, to be honest.
I knew it. See, I knew it. My instincts were correct.
But I'm
we
not
know a
doing
lot
a-
of reality TV types. Okay.
I'm not doing a full job. I'm just like finding the person who
Yeah,
paid
now
me
you're
the
finding a
most
guy.
amount of money for all 70 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I'm out.
This
Yeah.
is sweet. So
And
I
this
just
is
made my
hypothetical.
money.
This is hypothetical
Yeah.
because obviously never
You're not
done
going to go to
drugs.
Florida. Ever.
I've never done drugs, and I've never sold drugs, and I never intend to. But I mean,
Look,
you-
I just said I would call you. I wasn't saying you were going to do anything. It was just like
Yeah.
you were my go-to guy. Should I
Yeah.
find $1 million?
but you're not calling the authorities. You're
Mhm.
not like,
Oh,
hey,
Tyson first. Tyson, you think you
Hey.
could move $1 million in blow? And you're like, nah. Then I'm like, okay. Then I call the police.
No, I would be like,
$900,000 of blow on the
no.
beach.
If you called me and said I found $1 million in blow, can you move it? I'd say I can get you some money for it.
Yeah.
And then we'd call a few people and see who the highest bidder was, and we'd just get rid of it to them. Just like
Okay.
there.
It's nice
'Cause
to have
I'm-
a plan in place.
Yeah, because I'm not doing the full Breaking Bad thing where I'm actually talking to
Breaking
multiple bad people like constantly. I'm not getting involved like that.
You
I'm
just want to talk to confused white collar kids who
just
love
one
cocaine.
of them. Yeah, just one. I just need one of them to take it for
Yeah.
10
Maybe
grand.
some of the stockbrokers, you could contact them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, I noticed you
You
haven't
need some
been
energy.
screwing over retirement people enough. Do you need some cocaine?
Mhm.
Yeah, I would definitely leave it. If I ever find it in the forest, if I ever find it on a beach, I
Mhm.
wouldn't even call the authorities. I'd just be like, I'm not.
You
dealing
don't want
with
that
this.
noise. You don't know
Nah, I
whose it
really
is.
don't.
They could be coming
Exactly.
back for it.
Yeah.
looking.
No, me too. So like when you said you would call me and I said all that stuff, I
That
would
wasn't true.
no,
Yeah.
No.
Leave it alone.
leave it alone. Let the sharks have it.
Yeah, they know they can metabolize it a lot better.
Can they?
I think all that cartilage.
Have you guys been keeping up with the Olympics?
Speaking of
Absolutely
cartilage,
Yes.
Absolutely not.
No,
I have a
no
little bit.
Olympics?
chocolate muffin guy. I paid attention to him.
Who's chocolate muffin guy?
Was he a Danish swimmer? I don't even know. He just shows up in all the headlines.
Danish?
He loves
Oh.
the chocolate muffins at the Olympic Village and makes lots of videos eating
Oh, that's
them.
cool. What about Big Dong Pole Vaulter?
That's what we're going to talk about. That's the other thing.
Yeah, Big Dong Pole Vaulter. And
By the way, don't be so generous. Big Dong pole vaulter could be tight pant pole vaulter.
either way, dude, when you get your junk caught on the bar and then it bounces a couple times on the slow-mo way down, hilarious.
That your new screensaver. Outside of porn, you don't really get that shot. Right?
That's true.
A pole on pole slow-mo.
Yeah. How ironic is it? And well, let's can we show the clip? I mean, this was on NBC.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was on
Right?
NBC. It's a family show.
It was on Peacock, right? Okay. So here we go. Let's show the clip. Okay. This was from the pole vaulting. This was so here he is. He goes
Dang,
up,
that is high.
and then
And then, yeah.
dude. He knew. He knew the minute he became aroused that it was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
do you think that's what it was?
He's like, this is going to be so great. That's better than taking the pole vault right to the chode, which I have seen.
Yeah, that could be a deal breaker
Career
for
ender.
sure. So yeah, ultimately, I don't know, like if he was in the contention for the medal, but he knocks the bar off. If you're listening to the podcast, he's narrowly getting over the bar, but then it looks like his genitals knock the bar off.
Reach out and grab the bar.
Not even shaft. It was all balls.
It was just the lump.
Just kidding. No,
It was just the lump,
of flesh.
underneath is the bulge. The
I gotta
bulge is
say,
what, yeah.
this Olympics, I have seen more close up of junk than any.
Well, the
previous
cameras are getting
Olympics.
too good, Danny.
The 8K crotch shots are through the roof.
We never thought that this is what would happen to us. We were
Yeah,
like, zoom and enhance without a
Zoom
care in the
enhance.
world.
Yeah, I thought
Without
it was
a
all
care
Ken
in the world.
Barbies at the Olympics, but apparently everyone's hung
So
because every shot I see is of some massive dude. Just my confidence is just crashed. I'm like, not only am I
I don't
not
care
an
about their
Olympian,
physical feats, but their dongs are really making
yeah,
me-
eventually that'll become part of the measurement of the event. Like, yeah, he finished the 40 this fast or 100-meter, but this is how long and girthy he is.
They don't. The finish doesn't. No, the finish is triggered by the dong crossing the line,
Yeah,
and
that-
then there's a carve out for the dong on all the poles in the future.
yeah,
Mhm.
that would actually make sense.
Yeah.
By the way, the other bit of Olympic news, the guy
Well-
who won by 1/5000th of a second.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's insane.
Noah?
Can you really, with a human body, determine 1/5000th of a second?
I mean,
It seems like at
they've
that
got
point,
these cameras.
Yeah, these cameras.
They've
If
got
they
these
can zoom and enhance on the dongs like so proficiently, you don't think that they can measure?
well, then they show that weird shot of people crossing the line where it's all distorted. And you're like, I still don't understand how you made this determination. 1/5000th? What? That's an impossible measurement.
Can I just go back to the pole vaulter for
Oh,
a second?
please do. Yeah, sorry.
Why don't they like
tape their
like
junk
this
up?
has never happened before? Like what? Like they prepare for everything. So okay, let me just like I'm not an Olympic coach. I'm not an Olympic athlete, but can I throw some ideas out here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, let's get this guy an ice pack right before he does the pole vault.
The cold spoon tap.
Well, can't
right
you just
before.
like have him wearing like small, tidy
Spanx.
whities? Yeah, Spanx, something
Yeah.
like that holds it all in
Okay.
real tight.
We're like, we've been talking about this for 30 seconds. We've already got 2 good ideas.
Yeah. That's the issue. Like, especially as a pole vaulter where millimeters matter.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, I'm just going to let my junk flop around.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the part that goes over the bar, like closest to the bar. Like, why wouldn't you suck that in as much as possible?
Or just start getting pole vaulters who have micro penises.
That's the way it's going to go. And I think genetically it's just going to happen is that as pole vaulters
We'll
are
breed
looking for
pole
attributes,
vaulters,
people are looking for the ideal pole vaulter specimen and partner, they'll just start all having micropenes.
Yeah. Or a good tuck system, like a pair of tights where you have like a little inner thigh tuck because your dong's so huge. You can fit it into this tight pocket in your inner thigh. Just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Because apparently every Olympian not only is super fast and strong and totally jacked, but also like hung.
So a couple things about this guy. Some consolations. First of all, he gained hundreds of thousands of followers on social media after his dong flopped this pole.
Okay.
He got offered a porno for $250,000.
He did?
Yeah.
Secondly, his knee actually grazed the bar first, which would have already made his jump no good.
Okay. All right.
So
you, Tyson.
The dong.
I feel better.
So he's probably, I mean, I'm assuming he doesn't hate his dong screaming and yelling at it like, you cost me a gold medal, when it was his knee a little bit and his dong. So he touched in 2 places. So I think, yeah, that's all I have.
Okay. So yeah, an offer of $250,000 from a site called Cam Soda.
Very reliable. Like you will get your money for debasing yourself on this site.
Well, why don't you just get paid up front, Danny?
Because they want to see what you've got, Tyson. Half now, half later. They'll probably pay you in bricks of cocaine. I just wouldn't trust it. I would go for a more reputable site. Hold out for more money.
Like what site? What site would you say, Danny?
Vaultdong.com.
Okay. So here, okay.
So
yeah, just wait.
All right. That one of the stars of the Olympic Games for sure. Any other exciting stories from Paris?
Nothing that stands out as a ridiculous story, but the American female cyclist who won gold in the road race, she was a very long shot to win. She only found out she was racing in the Olympics a couple months ago and had only started professional cycling a handful of years ago. So
that's pretty cool.
Little Cinderella story there.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, oh, well, anyone can do it, but she was probably genetically blessed. And so, no, you still probably can't be.
Well, I think she was an athlete of a different kind.
That's what I mean.
Moving to cycling.
She didn't like go from the couch to the bike to Olympics.
No.
That wasn't her trajectory.
Okay. Well, not everybody's loving the conditions in the Olympic Village. We talked about the cardboard beds that a British swimmer talked about. The food is just not good enough. This is from Adam Peaty, who's a 29-year-old. He said that there's problems with the food. He said, I want to eat meat. I need meat to perform. That's what I eat at home. Should I change? He said, I like my fish, and people are finding worms in the fish. It's not good enough.
Oh, worms in the fish, not good enough for him.
Why can't you go out to eat then? Go to a nice restaurant somewhere down
I have
the road.
wondered that same thing, and I do wonder if maybe it's a team policy that you're not allowed to go into the city. Because I did read about one person who went to go see the Eiffel Tower, an athlete, and either they were kicked off the team, but something happened.
Well, I think that the Olympics tries to do all these things that they want to try to do the right thing. They want everybody to be happy. So they are making 60% of the meals meat free to be sustainable. But ultimately, I don't think that the climate is going to live or die based on what happens at the Olympics. Right?
Yeah, you have thousands of people flying there, so that automatically cancels out any of this.
But can't
it's a little performative to make this pledge.
Beyond Meat is our new sponsor. Can't you do something like that and just be like,
That's how Joey Chestnut got in trouble.
Yeah, they've
Did
proven
he get in
that
trouble or did he make his money?
Beyond Meat is not great for the environment either. That's something they discovered, making synthetic meat.
So you don't think they should all be driving Teslas eating meat?
Meat coming out of like the glove compartment, like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Look, I
As the
think
lithium mines of the nether regions of the earth are
yeah,
being
exactly.
plundered and dumped into the ocean to make batteries for cars.
I think catering to this many people, you're of course going to make a lot of people unhappy. It's just impossible, especially athletes who are so particular about their diet. So the fact that we don't hear more stories like this probably means it's not as bad as he makes it sound. That's
Or
like my vibe.
or
Yeah.
everybody packed like their protein shakes and they're all
Yeah.
eating
Yeah.
their Luna bars and protein shakes.
I mean, Tyson will probably agree. If you were going to compete at the top level, you'd probably bring most of your own stuff because you can't risk getting sick, getting diarrhea, whatever.
Or throwing it off. It depends on what kind of athlete you are.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
Yeah. Tyson, should Team USA have like an Olympics hype house?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Of course. All
totally.
of them should be having hype houses. To be honest, you should be able to
Basketball
log in.
has their own house.
Yeah, you should be able to log in and watch the live streams like Big Brother, and that would bring so much to the Olympics. So much.
That is a great idea, Rob.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
You should have given that out.
Simone Biles' house. Go ahead and tune in. She's got her plus her 5 best friend gymnasts. People would love
and
that.
her husband.
And her husband.
And he's always got something to say.
Yeah. People would love that. They would. They really would. Like, if you let's make our money off the Olympics. Let's stop going to the whole devastating the local economy after they realize that they don't need 75 soccer stadiums anymore.
Just hype houses everywhere.
Yeah, they built
those.
1 million hype houses for the Olympic Games, and now they're all going unused.
You just go in there and it's just like 100,000 used condoms and
you're just like
broken
so
furniture.
What's this house? They're like, this house is
Team USA's hype house.
Yeah, 75 bedrooms, 75 primary bedroom suites,
a Smeat dispenser,
and no kitchen. Like, wait, what? Yeah,
I like that.
Okay, let's talk about a article that came. This was from the Wall Street Journal, talking about how drinking too much water can actually be dangerous. I was talking about this recently with all these giant Stanley water bottles. Everybody stay hydrated. And I just don't think that humans were ever designed to be drinking this much water.
Yeah, with like a modern day camel, but instead of like a big fleshy hump, we've got metal canisters that we constantly sip from.
Yeah.
Also, over intoxication or overhydration, that's called drowning. Right?
You can drink too much, and if there's not enough electrolytes and minerals and everything, then that's a problem. So I suggest, and
drink
Danny
when you're thirsty.
Well, also drink a variety of things such as sodas. And
yes, I will.
No, but there's electrolyte drinks. There's other things with added mineral content, and do also just drink before you get thirsty, because if you wait till you're thirsty, it's already too late.
Yeah. But people are putting too much pressure on themselves of like, I got to drink this much water.
A gallon a day. Yeah.
That's the big
Tom
water
Brady
is telling people that
they
have to drink so much water.
Tom Brady, that guy's like,
TB12.
You don't need sunscreen if you drink 5 gallons of water.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I watched your roast and you weren't very funny. So how can I trust anything you say?
Yeah. How much water do you need to be funny?
Probably
very little.
Yeah, maybe his sense of humor is too watered down.
It's watered down. Yes. And so is his personality. But whatever.
He's rich.
Yeah, I've often thought that when people are like, I got to get my 2 gallons, and then they carry it around like a badge of honor in a milk jug.
Yeah, look, you need to drink if you're pissing maple syrup type P. That's like a sign that you need to drink.
Sure.
But if it's nice and clear, not too yellow, then I think you're hydrated enough.
Yeah. If
If
it's
you had one of those
yellow,
Japanese toilets, they'll tell you exactly how much
if
you
it's
should or
yellow,
shouldn't
let it
drink.
mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Yeah, but
That's
the
different.
brown is a poo.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
If you have brown pee, you need to drink more water.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
brown pee before, and I
Yeah.
definitely needed to drink more water.
Okay. One other story, just going back to the Olympics, that combines a popular News AF story from the past. They talked about how did they get all the horses to the Olympic Games, and it turns out that the horses are flying private. to
Oh my
Paris.
gosh.
The only way a horse can travel.
Yeah. And they can't fly some cows in on the same flight to get some steaks to this kid
Oh,
who's
yeah.
not getting his protein.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Horses only travel private. It's ponies that fly commercial.
Wait, that's actually the inside of an airplane?
Yeah.
What
Wait,
do
we
they do?
haven't
They go
confirmed.
around, they're like, okay, scheduled stops. We're flying all the way around the world and picking everyone's horses up. Like, why?
Tyson, that's just one team's horse. would be
That's
my
one
guess.
team's shipment of horses?
Yeah, like the U.S. equestrian team. That's probably all their
Yeah.
horses.
They
This
called
is a
this
hot
Air
take.
Horse One.
Dude, is that true?
That's what they called it in the tweet.
This is maybe a hot take, and I'm probably going to have some people be upset at it.
Uh-oh.
Let's not have horses in the Olympics anymore.
Oh, actually, that's not a hot take. I
Like,
have
why
seen
do
that
horses
in
get
multiple
gold
places.
medals and humans get gold medals? And I get that, like, the humans are working as a team with the horse, but it seems like there's a
Big
lot
business.
of money in that.
You got
and
to
it's
send that
Uh,
horse out to stud when it's a gold medal horse.
So Snoop just got into equestrian activities.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
the picture of him and Martha Stewart.
Dressage,
And you're
yeah.
going to take that away from him just as he's discovering it, Tyson?
yeah.
Okay.
No, he can go to dressage meets where they do that,
I
but
love
like
that you
he's
do
not going. You can't see it in the Olympics anymore. Like you don't.
Well,
get it out of
horses
there.
in the Olympics, that's been around for thousands of years.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
not at the beginning. It wasn't in the first
No,
Olympics.
but I was just reading the other day how Prince Philip of Macedonia had his horse in the Greek Olympics, and that was 2,500 years ago. So there is some precedence for horses in the Olympics.
Yeah, but who cares?
Sorry, King Philip, not Prince.
Tyson, would you rather fly on the private horse plane or American Airlines?
No, what about Spirit?
Do I have my own stall on the private horse airline?
I think so.
Oh.
You have a seat. Yeah.
And
But
some fresh hay.
but it's going to smell like horses.
Yeah. The horses are,
Overpowering.
urinating and defecating
But
probably the
Spirit
whole flight.
Airlines smells like horses.
Yeah.
No, that smells like humans.
Yeah, but there's some similarities.
Yeah,
Stuffy
I'm
human
just trying
smell
to
and horse.
decide. I think I'd rather probably go commercial, although this would be an experience. I think if you documented a flight on this one time, then you'd be pretty set, not super set, but it would. I think I would fly on this one time as an experience, as long as I'm not getting horse shit and piss on me.
Well, when the plane turns, I'm sure like all of a sudden
Everything
it's just running.
slides. He's just
What do
like
they-
a slosh.
Yeah. Do
Oh,
they come in
no.
and hose down the whole plane after? I mean, probably this is a
They probably
a
throw
good,
the airplane away.
They probably,
probably
push
light
into
it
the
on
ocean.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Light it
That's what
on
they should
fire.
do after most of these flights.
Yeah, they light it on fire and make a new plane.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about that last time about making hose out planes
Mhm.
that people can just go in and hose out. I think that we can learn a lot from the horse transports.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then I've got one other story to talk about in terms of some new AI products. And it's been pretty well documented that, okay, AI is a thing, but people don't really know what to do with it. Here comes a new invention that's called Friend.
Mhm.
It's a AI necklace that you wear
Mhm.
that basically accompanies you all the time, so you'll never be lonely.
Okay, I thought the AI girlfriends, that was a pretty good idea.
And don't we
Mhm.
already have phones? We need more.
No, Tyson, this is different. Probably it's on all the time.
So like whenever it measures your heartbeat and your heartbeat is like the lonely pattern, it's like, hello, Tyson, can we hang out? And you're like, you really want to? Yes. You like to be with me? Of course I do. You're not just saying that because I bought you and then programmed you? No, absolutely not. There's no place I'd rather be. And then you're like, okay.
Tyson, what is a lonely heartbeat?
I don't know. It just probably measures like the time in between each individual heartbeat can tell you whether you need more recovery, whether you are too stressed, or whether you're lonely.
Okay. Well, here's a slick video that the makers of Friend has released, so we can get a sense of what it does. So, okay, so here's like a Danny Bryson type out on a hike. Okay.
Probably lonely as shit.
Solo.
Gosh, I'm out of breath.
I look that good in shorts.
Okay.
Woo!
And then she touches the necklace. Okay. I need some kind of interaction.
Validation.
I don't know how to woo very good.
And she gets a text that says, Amy, well, at least we're outside. I guess she's Amy, right?
Yes, it's depressing. I don't like this.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's
All right.
another use case, Danny.
Let me show you how to game, bro, okay? Oh, come
So here's two guys. They're playing their video games.
on, come on. Oh, let's go. Are you serious?
It's actually the third guy. And this one guy is getting bullied a little bit because I guess he sucks at the game.
Oh, man. I hate this game.
Oh,
Take notes, baby.
and
Oh,
he
man,
gets
you
a
guys suck,
buzz.
bro. You look like
Yep.
And then the AI friend says, you're getting thrashed. It's embarrassing.
Ouch.
I didn't expect that at all.
I thought we were going to be more support. Like,
Yeah,
Let's
that's
get
exactly
this-
what I thought.
not a cyberbully AI. So you buy this necklace and it cyberbullies you?
If
That's what it
other
looks
people
like.
are bullying you, yeah, I think it probably just wants to fit in with like the majority of the people
Okay,
in the
so
room.
whatever the majority line, it's taking that line against you.
You're
As
getting
gonna fit
thrashed.
in.
It's embarrassing.
you little bitch. Probably was on the end and they cut that out just for the advertisement.
Wow. I did not expect it to go that way.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought it would be like, you're okay in my book, Daniel. Have a great life. And
No.
you're, wow.
You're a
that-
champion.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still think you're good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still think you're good. You'd beat me any day of the week. You don't
What did
have
the pole
thumbs.
what did the pole vaulter get on his necklace after
Yeah.
he slapped it with his dong?
I don't care for this.
He didn't need imaginary friends, Danny.
No.
Yeah.
He had lots of online ones complimenting him, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This
Okay,
doesn't
well,
seem
This
authentic
is sad.
Well, here's the good news. I think it's priced to move. It only costs $99.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll move into storage and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
a dump.
You talk, it will come up with a response, and then you can read on your phone what it says.
So what else does it do?
Well, it's always listening.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness. At least they're collecting data. That's
Good.
how they make
Yeah.
their own money.
Okay.
And then it's connected by
Goes
Bluetooth.
on sale and immediately
Yeah.
like half the
It's
population.
always
of the world is
listening and
canceled.
forming its internal thoughts, and then you, when you push the button, it tells you what it says.
Nope. I don't like it. Get it out of my face.
I wish I had it so I could push it right now.
What would you ask it, Danny?
I don't
Danny
know. I
would
just
probably
would
be
be
like,
curious.
I don't like you. And then he's like,
It's-
oh, that's a shame, Danny.
It'd probably have to be like, why don't you say something funny? You haven't said anything funny all podcast. I mean, it just doesn't seem to be building people up. Or if I'm on a hike and I hit it, it's like, why are you out of breath, fatty?
Yeah, but you
That's
need an
10
internet
minutes
connection
slower.
also, Danny.
That's 10 minutes slower. Well, Danny has the new Starlink Mini that he is
Yeah,
only
yeah,
80
exactly.
pounds strapped
Mhm.
to his back everywhere he goes.
Yeah. Only
I like-
$99 for pre-order.
Yeah.
You know
and-
what? This whole AI thing is so stupid. I know eventually it's like the sleeper story where it's like maybe it's just going under the radar, the real AI, and all of a
Mhm.
sudden it's going to make an appearance and become our overlords.
Sure.
But as it stands right now, AI is the dumbest thing. It is so overblown in its hype.
Mhm.
It's too much. Let's talk about AI as it is, and that is like a stupid little gimmick.
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll
One last
prove
thing, just to go
that.
back to the Olympics,
Yeah.
that I just saw an article about. Do you know how much money Snoop is making for being a part of the Olympics?
Yeah, like $98 trillion.
Wait, the Olympics are paying him to be there?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
$500,000 a day.
Yeah, I would dress up like
I would hang out with Martha Stewart.
well, he already likes her. Tyson, what is
Yeah.
it? Dressage? What was
Dressage.
Yeah, I would dress up like that
Like,
if for that much.
it's fun to have him there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, for like, is he bringing in like 7 or 8 mil
Well,
for
they could have
the
done your
Olympic
hype
game?
house for like half as much and
Mhm.
got in a whole host of TikTokers.
They should be having Snoop in the hype house there, make him earn his $500,000 a day.
Take one of those millions and then give the Olympians food that they like.
Yeah.
And an ice pack for people that are too well endowed for the pole vault.
Yeah. Dang, that's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I would be fine just doing a week there. That's fine. And then retiring forever and never to be seen again.
Mm-hmm. All right. Danny, are you ready to take us to your bolt hole?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. World famous Danny Bryson's bolt hole.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to my bolt hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yes. All right, Danny. What do you got?
Yeah. Well, space. We're going to talk about space.
Mm-hmm.
I was tempted to talk about Mothman, having just watched a documentary on Mothman. But
Who is Mothman?
well,
The movie?
No, the creature. Typically, it refers to multiple winged creatures. It's one word that covers a span of mythical or paranormal creatures.
Mhm.
And there's a documentary on this gentleman?
So originally I saw the Unsolved Mysteries about Mothman in Virginia, I think Pleasant City, I believe it was called.
Okay.
And I thought it was fascinating, but things that happened back in the 50s, and 60s, I'm not really interested so much because back then it didn't take much to surprise people.
Yeah,
from
they
that
didn't
era.
have an
Like-
AI necklace to
like
tell
a
you.
parachuter coming down, you're like, it's an angel descending from heaven, because they hadn't seen much of the world,
Yeah.
right?
And
We were making
anything
discoveries.
before that, they were like, I saw it in my mind's eye. It's like you
Yeah.
imagined it, and they're like, yeah, that's true now. And you're like, oh.
But Unsolved Mysteries, which is making it came out with a new couple episodes
For
on
Netflix.
Yeah. They had an updated Mothman story where it's taking place in Chicago, modern day. And what really irritated me, I mean, the stories are interesting, the people seem sincere, but we live in an age of cameras, doorbell cameras,
Mhm.
cell phone cameras, street corner cameras. They have 200
Toilet
credible
cams.
sightings. Yeah, toilet cameras. 200 credible sightings in Chicago, and not a single frame of footage.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm sorry, this isn't the 50s. I'm not going to believe campfire stories. I demand hard evidence. There's no way a creature is roaming in Chicago and the outlying suburbs, and we don't have any footage of it. It just seems
I
so
did not
stupid.
know a lot about Mothman.
Do you now?
Well, I'm reading up on it. They say the most infamous sighting of Mothman was on December 15th, 1967, with which Danny says he disregards because it's the 60s.
Yeah.
And locals say they saw Mothman on top of or flying over the Silver Bridge. It was a suspension bridge.
Harbinger of doom.
And after the creature was spotted on the bridge collapsed, causing the deaths of 46 people. So
Yeah.
Mothman is a monster.
A harbinger of doom is what they say.
Yeah.
So he's
Harbinger
shown
of
up
doom.
in Chicago and has been there since around 2001, 2002. But ever since that story came out, now people claim it seems like after the fact, like, oh, he
Yes.
was in Fukushima. He was.
They
in all
say
these
he
other
was at
places.
9/11.
Yeah, that he was in. No, I'm sorry. In terms, I always have like a list of the things I believe in the order that I could possibly believe them. Right. So UFOs are number one.
Where
Most
does your
likely.
religion list? Where do you rank your religion?
This is supernatural to non-religious things, Tyson. So number one, UFOs, right? Most
Yes.
likely.
Uh-huh.
And then at the very bottom,
Mhm.
and we've talked about this, probably ghosts.
Oh,
right?
really?
Maybe leprechauns. Ghosts are, and then in between, like Sasquatch.
Uh-huh.
And
Maybe
Mothman is somewhere in between UFOs and ghosts?
Yeah, well, he's way down at the bottom. Is
And
what
what
I'm
about
trying
the
to say. And
Loch Ness
actually,
Monster?
ghosts are higher. Loch Ness Monster is somewhere in the middle, and same with that monster. There's multiple lake monsters, not just one, Tyson. So
what about like Sasquatch?
he's near the bottom too.
Okay.
At least Sasquatch has the sense to stay out of developed areas. Like if you told me there's no footage but lots of witnesses, I'd be like, oh yeah, because that's the forest. He knows where Wi-Fi is. He knows when you take out a camera. He's very tech savvy. But Mothman, he's just flapping around, scaring the
flopping
bejeebers
around
out,
with the other guy.
flopping and flapping around, scaring the bejeebers out of everybody in a well-developed city.
Uh-huh.
No, I
Wow.
don't believe it.
Hmm.
Although he does seem terrifying. His eyes are always glowing red, which is the
Wow.
stuff of nightmares.
Yeah.
So,
So after the documentary, do you believe less in Mothman or more or the same?
it's the same. The needle hasn't moved.
If you see Mothman run, Tyson,
Everybody does
something
run.
horrible's about to happen.
And it's like, what does Mothman even do? He's not eating people. He's not like creating
harbinger of
a
doom.
nest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, so it's pointless. At least aliens are like, oh, they're flying around probing people and collecting semen samples.
They
from
are?
people in the woods. Yeah. I mean, that's basically what they were doing for a large part of like the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
And now they're just, who knows, just flying their Tic Tacs around just to keep an eye on us. But Mothman, he's not doing anything.
To punk the Navy.
Yeah, to punk the Navy, to like, it's just a big flex
Yeah.
from the aliens. Like, look what we can do.
Yeah.
Nice toys,
Nice
world.
nice little children's toys.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when we had those a millennia ago.
Yeah. 14 hark jigs ago.
Hard dogs ago. So yeah, you know what though? Make up your own mind. And if you've had a Mothman sighting yourself, look, you can tell me about it. And I'm willing and open to listen to you because it did seem kind of sad. A lot of these people tell the story of their Mothman encounter and then slowly they stop because people don't believe them, maybe openly ridicule them, but they definitely saw something. That's
That's
interesting
why they
thing
need that
with all of this.
necklace.
Oh yeah. Like, what did I just see? Necklace.
We don't believe you either, asshole.
Touch grass.
So yeah, maybe wear the necklace. Also,
are
if
you clinically insane?
What if they made that necklace look more like a gold medal? Like you could wear, like people will say, like, "Hey, did you win a medal at the Paris Olympics?"
And
Fat
the
chance,
would
you
speak
loser.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying just gold. Like make it at least look like it's expensive.
Yeah, bling. So, you know what? I didn't want to talk about Mothman, but there it is.
There it
keep
is.
your eyes peeled. He always shows up and all he does is stare
Wreaks
at people
havoc.
with his glowing red eyes and squawk.
He squawks.
Yeah, he makes like a loud, I don't know how I say squawk, but I don't really know what
it
kind
guttural?
of noise, having never heard it. Terrifying, according to those who have heard it.
A screech.
Screech.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tyson.
Yeah.
A screech. That's a better way.
Yeah. Let's see.
Perfect screech. Yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah,
People say that Mothman has a hypnotic effect of its eyes, and that it
fall in
makes
love
a
with them?
screeching sound.
Yep.
that would make more sense if you're like, oh, Mothman appears and people fall in love with him, and then he flies away and breeds with them. I'd be, oh, okay, I see the purpose of Mothman, right? He's making sweet love all the time. But it's like he's not doing that. He just shows up, glares at you like a total perv,
And then something
squawks
devastating happens.
super loud and sharp, and then flies away. Like, what was the point?
Yeah, but you don't know like his purposes. Like maybe he's got something else going on that you're blissfully unaware of.
Yeah, well, most definitely he's doing something.
He's out there mowing lawns at 11:45, blaming it on your widowed neighbor.
Yeah, or he's living in the hollow earth and occasionally finds his way to the surface. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Hey,
It's a
whatever
nice
happens to the locust brood?
Oh,
Did that
yeah.
ever
What
happen?
about that lie? Don't even
Wait,
get me started
Does
with that.
cicada double brood?
Yeah.
I was just talking to someone about that. I'm like, what?
So
There was, like,
disappointing,
nonstop,
right?
wall-to-wall coverage about Brood X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And then,
then
did you miss
zombie-
it?
Cicada zombie piss everywhere. I thought we were going to be flooded out from all the zombie cicada piss, and none, hardly anything.
Did it get sort of just swallowed up in like the debate coverage? What happened?
No,
I feel like it never materialized.
It never
Even before the
materialized.
debate, they were supposed to come out when the weather warmed.
In May.
So that was May-ish.
Yeah.
And it never happened
This
because
was mainstream media got in a frenzy.
yeah, it was out of control.
This was worse than the murder hornets.
it was going to be the end of times.
I can't even yeah, so frustrating how stupid that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Let's turn our sights to Mothman.
yeah, actually
yeah,
it
our
would
new
be-
hero.
it'd be
Our
more
new-
beneficial to focus on Mothman than Brood X.
At
There's
least
more
people have
evidence
seen
for
Mothman.
Yeah, no one's seen Brood X.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
I believe more in Mothman than I do in Brood X.
All hell Mothman.
All right. What do we want our picture to be here today? We did talk about Utah. We talked about the cocaine on the shores of Florida. Of course,
Mothman holding bricks of cocaine.
well, of course, we talked a
Horses
lot about our
flying.
pole vaulter.
Horses flying planes,
Mm-hmm.
drinking
And
too much
the
water.
AI necklace.
I don't like immediately nothing jumps to mind.
I think Mothman holding bricks of cocaine.
But we did a cocaine one last week, didn't we?
Mothman pole vaulting, getting his
We did not
dick
do
caught on the bar.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I'll listen.
See, that's
we
the
did
thing is-
boneless wings was what we did last week.
Yeah. I think
boneless wings.
we need Mothman. That's going to really stand out,
Mhm.
especially if that's like probably trending.
I
on
would
Twitter
say the
and
pole
everything.
vaulter who went pole to pole.
Yeah.
He would be the most, but I just don't know how to phrase that.
Yeah.
Is there any clean way, PG-13
front
way?
bulge
Hmm.
saying he clipped his front bulge on the bar?
Do you think? Yeah, AI is gonna maybe. I don't know.
Okay. I do have Mothman pole vaulting if you want to see that.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, let's see it.
Okay.
I'm really curious.
Yeah, I think we're going to enjoy this a lot.
Okay. Let's
See?
check out some of what Leonardo.ai has kicked up.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's check out this Mothman getting ready to pole vault. And I gotta say, a little bulge here for
Yeah.
He needs to be
Mothman.
careful. He
We're
needs
in.
to be careful.
You know I'm in. And look at how messed
This is
up
not
his
going to
hands
go
are.
well.
And he's wearing an AI necklace or got a red medal on or
Yeah,
something.
he's got some
They
kind of
already won the
amulet.
medal.
What a rad dude. Okay. I'm into that.
Okay. And then here's some more of Mothman. He's like flying here. He's
pretty
not even pole
accurate.
vaulting. It's like
That's
an owl.
stupid.
Okay. And this guy's training and that's his coach.
that's his coach.
Jeez,
Pretty good.
That is pretty good. He seems to be tethered.
Mhm. Yeah.
What if we just did?
I also asked for a
Okay,
pole
good.
vaulter in a super tight uniform, but I don't even know what this is.
That's two pull. That's
This guy is-
he's
Oh
got
my gosh, dude! That
many-
guy's. Look at that.
He has arms where his legs should be.
That is a pole vaulter's nightmare to have that many legs.
Mhm.
Look at
There we
that
go.
guy.
Is
He's got a
what's
leg coming
coming
out of his
chin.
nipple.
Mhm.
This guy's fine except for
Looks like he's about to kick the.
yeah. Okay. So far I like the first Mothman pole vault.
Mhm.
That's the leader so far. For sure that's the leader so far.
Yeah.
But what else could we do?
You have another idea?
No, that's good. I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that too
All right.
satanic? Are we going to lose?
Oh, if we'll lose people?
I don't think so because he's pole vaulting. He's not
That's true.
performing any kind of like ritual.
Yeah.
Unless pole vaulting is some ancient Greek satanic ritual.
I mean, you saw how mesmerized you were by it this Olympics.
If he showed up to pole vault,
Everybody.
I would be mesmerized.
Okay. Danny, what's coming up for you?
Well, I don't know. I really can't. I haven't been thinking about it. I've been focused on keeping my house clean. A lot of kids making slime at my house.
Oh my God.
Never ending slime
right now.
Oh yes.
At
Yesterday I came downstairs and screamed at everyone, "No more slime." Picked up slime, threw it in the trash. I had a slime breakdown. Like, no more slime. We're not making slime. Do you know what making slime involves, Tyson?
Yeah, a whole bottle of glue.
Glue, shaving cream, glitter. The water solution stuff. It's just, and then kids, you're like, I cleaned it up, Dad. They smeared it into more places. So they've thinned out the mess, right? But they've only spread it out over more surfaces.
Yeah.
Every cupboard. And so I'll probably spend the next week just like hoping.
I'm sorry, Danny.
I mean, my kids are slime age still. Your kids seem a little old for slime age.
Well, my youngest, my girl, she makes slime nonstop. She has a whole slime container and her friends and her cousins. And so it's like not just one kid, it's like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest problem that YouTube ever created was the whole slime thing. Like
you blame YouTube.
Yeah, it was YouTube. That's where they got slime. It was the whole slime thing was.
I thought it was Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon was slime time. That interested us in
but how to make
YouTube
slime.
teaches you how to make slime. They're like, just get 5 of the most expensive things from your parents' house.
Ask your parents for borax in large quantities and a container of like 10 gallons of glue, which every parent wants a kid to handle, without any supervision. Sorry. Ran over. That's what I'm doing. And just like running out the clock until they go back to school. That's it.
When will it be, Danny?
Next week.
So no adventures this week?
No, I'm working on an adventure, as Tyson knows. And I'm waiting for the other person to write back. Always waiting for the other person. That's the problem with sharing dreams.
Yeah.
Right. You're always waiting for the other person.
Yeah. And I'm going on an adventure next week.
Yes.
Exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Godspeed, Tyson.
Yeah. I'm going to Canada, doing some luxury helicopter hiking and Via Ferrata with Citizen Watch Company for the celebration of their.
Oh, what a coincidence. It's the anniversary of
the 35th anniversary of the ProMaster.
Dude, that is so weird. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was celebrating that anyways. And then this came up. And so
what are you guys doing at the house to celebrate?
I mean, we have decorations. We're going to definitely have a party. Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. So that's coming up next week. So I might be absent, leaving you two to.
We'll hold it down.
I'm jealous.
Steer the ship.
I've never been jealous of any of your trips because the idea of sitting in Reno, this is like a nightmare to me. But this is finally Tyson is adventuring. And I'm jelly.
Here we go. Yeah. And it's just the tip of the iceberg, Danny.
Just the tip. Be careful, though. The tip can get you disqualified if you're not careful.
That's true. But yeah, so I'll be gone all week, just having the time of my life. It's like if I designed a trip for Danny. That's the exact type of trip
It's going to be awesome. I'm so stoked for Tyson.
Thank you. Wow. Yeah. And I did have a question, though. So Via Ferrata, for those that don't know, means like the iron way. So it's like fixtures in the rock to like scramble and hook into and climb. So they've designed a route for John Everyman to do. Even though it can be extreme, it should be passable for any able-bodied person. My question, Danny, is that I'm going to be there adventuring for like 6 days. Do I start off with the hard stuff or do I pace myself?
I would say you don't start off with the hard stuff. You want to work your way up to it, especially since you have a heights issue, right? You want to just like expose yourself to some heights and then do the via ferrata. But I think you'll be fine. I mean, you don't want to embarrass yourself.
Well, every day they give you the option to do hiking or via ferrata, and the group splits in two.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'll probably just go with whatever the group's doing. And if everybody's sticking together, we'll just stick together.
Okay.
But I think if I have pros there, because everything is tethered in and everything, so it's like ultra safe because of liability purposes and stuff. So I think I'm going to be fine. I mean,
you've got hint of Lime Guy on speed dial. Should anything go wrong?
No, I mean, I don't know if you know this. I rappelled off of a building on a very low budget TV show once.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like if I can do that, then I should be able to
be fine.
Okay, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine. So, okay.
You're in good hands.
I've got that. Rob, what do you got going on?
Not too much coming up this week. Just a normal week here at the office with the big brother and everything else going on. But of course, make sure you subscribe to our News AF YouTube channel. Go to newsaf.news.
Yeah, and we're all there all the time. You can see shorts.
Never miss
on
an
there.
episode.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Like I'll get on YouTube and I'll see some shorts, and some of those shorts just take off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
it's all about the shorts.
I guess. Yeah,
it is. That's all my kids watch.
Especially when you're pole vaulting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Vaulting.
Okay.
So
all right. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.